Are the Miami Dolphins making a colossal mistake with their running game? After a dismal performance against the Green Bay Packers, fans are left wondering if the decision to stick with a struggling veteran was the right call. With the team's ground game averaging less than 3 yards per carry recently, could this be a turning point in the season? Stick around as we dive into the details of this concerning trend and what it means for the Dolphins' playoff hopes. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button to stay updated on all things Miami Dolphins. What's going on with Raheem Mostert and the Dolphins' rushing attack? Following an alarming drop in his usage and a lackluster game against the Packers, the team's strategy is raising eyebrows. Could the Dolphins have missed a golden opportunity to trade him when they had the chance? Join me as we unravel the implications of this decision and what it could mean for our playoff aspirations. Make sure to subscribe and give us a thumbs up to keep up with the latest Miami Dolphins news. Is it time for the Miami Dolphins to rethink their approach with Raheem Mostert? After another disappointing outing on the ground, the decision to keep him on the roster while limiting his role seems puzzling. With the team struggling to find any rhythm offensively, fans are left questioning if they should have considered trading him. Let's break down what this means for the future of the Dolphins and their chances of turning this season around. Be sure to subscribe and like this video to stay in the loop with everything Miami Dolphins. The Miami Dolphins' recent decision-making regarding Raheem Mostert is starting to look like a major misstep. In their latest game against the Green Bay Packers, the Dolphins' run game stumbled, managing only 39 yards on 14 carries. Now, I get it, sometimes the weather can play a role, and linebacker Jordan Brooks even mentioned that the team played soft. But let's be real. The Packers ran for 116 yards, and this isn't just a one-game issue, it's a troubling trend. Over the last 4 games, Miami has rushed 86 times for a mere 253 yards, averaging a dismal 2.94 yards per carry. What really stings is seeing former Dolphin Chris Brooks, who was cut after the preseason, rush for 28 yards on just 3 attempts, almost matching what Miami managed in their entire game. Now, I'm not saying that Raheem Mostert is the sole reason for this decline, but the Dolphins' decision to reduce his role raises some eyebrows. Should they have traded him when they had the chance? At 2-6, Miami didn't seem ready to sell at the trade deadline. They clung to the hope of turning the season around, and while I respect that mentality, it only works if Mostert is part of the plan. But here's the kicker, his snap counts have plummeted. In 4 out of 5 games before the trade deadline, he was on the field for over a third of the offensive snaps. That number dropped to just 23% in Week 9, right before the deadline. It was a clear sign that his role was diminishing, making it the perfect time to trade him. Instead, the Dolphins chose to hold on to him while simultaneously reducing his touches. Since the trade deadline, he's only had 10 carries for 22 yards. So why keep him around? Miami is getting the worst of both worlds. Mostert is still getting more snaps than rookie Jalen Wright, who had just 1 snap against the Packers, but he's not contributing enough. This is taking valuable opportunities away from a promising talent like Wright. It just doesn't add up. So, what do you all think? Was this the right move? I'm honestly torn. These strategic decisions could have a lasting impact on the team's future and our playoff hopes. I want to hear your thoughts on this in the comments below. What are your expectations and frustrations? Let's get that discussion going. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for all the latest updates. Make sure to hit that notification bell so you never miss a thing. Can you believe what just happened, Dolphins fans? After a heartbreaking loss to the Packers, our playoff hopes are hanging by a thread. With our star QB back in action, we had our sights set on a victory, but mistakes cost us big time. Now, with a 5-7 record, we've got to fight tooth and nail to keep our postseason dreams alive. Stay tuned, because I'm diving deep into what this means for our beloved Miami Dolphins, and trust me, you won't want to miss it. Make sure to subscribe and hit that like button to stay updated on all the latest Dolphins news. What a roller coaster of emotions, Dolphins fans! We went from playoff contenders to struggling to keep our heads above water after a disappointing Thanksgiving night in Lambeau. Tyreek Hill's message rings loud and clear: we need to keep fighting. With a 5-7 record, the path to the postseason is narrow, but it's not over yet. I'm breaking down the challenges ahead and what it'll take for us to turn this ship around. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like this video to stay in the loop with all things Dolphins. Dolphins Nation, are we ready to rally? After a tough loss to the Packers, our season is in jeopardy, and Tyreek Hill is calling for us to keep pushing forward. With a 5-7 record, our playoff chances are slim, but there's still hope if we can capitalize on our upcoming games. Join me as I analyze what went wrong and how we can bounce back stronger than ever. Make sure you subscribe and give this video a thumbs up to stay connected with the latest Dolphins updates. After a disappointing loss to the Packers, Tyreek Hill came out swinging with a 5-word message: keep fighting, we're not done. And let me tell you, Dolphins fans, I feel every word of that. We came into this game with momentum, riding high after 3 straight wins, but Lambeau Field had other plans for us. It was supposed to be a showdown between playoff contenders, but instead, we watched as mistakes piled up like snow on the field. Special teams blunders, missed offensive opportunities, and defensive lapses left us down 3 scores by halftime. Ouch! So here we are at 5-7, and the playoff picture is looking bleak. We're tied with the Colts, but 2 games behind the Broncos, who are sitting pretty in that final playoff spot. And with Denver set to face the Browns next, they could pull even further away. But don't lose hope yet. The Dolphins have a much easier schedule ahead. The Jets, Browns, and 49ers? They've all been struggling. If we can capitalize on these matchups, there's still a glimmer of hope for our postseason dreams. But let's talk about strategy here. Do I think we should be worried about the Broncos? Absolutely! They've got a tough road ahead with games against the Chiefs, Chargers, and Bengals. But guess what? We have to take care of our own business first. Hill's call to arms is spot on. If we dig deep, stay focused, and execute, we could very well cut the gap before Week 15 rolls around. Now, I'm not here to sugarcoat things. There's a lot at stake, and every game matters. But I believe in this team. I believe in Tua, in Tyreek, and in the heart of the Miami Dolphins. So I ask you, was this loss a wake-up call? Or are we just hanging by a thread? I want to hear your thoughts. What do you think about our chances moving forward? Let's get a discussion going in the comments. And remember, if you want to stay updated on every twist and turn of our season, hit that like button, share this video, and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to turn on your notifications to catch all the latest news and analysis. We're in this together, Dolphins fans. Let's keep fighting.